Alright, let's see if this works this time. Or not works, but I don't get interrupted. Alright. Now I gotta go through the dialogue with this woman here.
Yes, Jonathan?
May I ask you some questions?
Please do. I have promised to answer you.
Yep.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady.
Agony. Got some reservations. I mean, I'm not very far through it. I don't understand how you have to get so far into the game before you can. Oh, now I can't get this guy to walk over here. There we go.
Yes,
may I ask you some questions?
To be able
Please
to do
do.
anything with anybody.
I have promised to answer you.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady.
And what I mean is you can't do anything combat-wise. Everything just kicks my ass bad. Because my mez, I just got it up to level 2. But everybody's too high. You can't do anything with anybody. And I've opened everything up, but everybody's too high. I mean, I do have a few people I can now do. But most of them, 5, 3... And then the side quests, I mean, I've done them all. So I don't know how do you get the mez higher? Does it just happen when you deal with these pillars of the communities? Is that the only way it goes up? And I mean, some of these things it takes a 6. Does it ever get up to 6? Like she takes a 5. And I haven't been to wherever this is at. Yeah, you can't. You get EXP by feeding on people. For instance, this woman here would give me 42,050 EXP. You can't just grind. You can't just go out and kill things. And right now, to be able to move around, you run into the vampire hunters and the hang on, let me close that door. Them damn dogs are driving me nuts. Alright, be a little quieter. But I haven't figured out, and you can't do it unless your mez is higher than them. So I don't know how to get it higher, and the combat is relatively difficult because you can't, well, I can't show you. You have to go to your hideout to open up the combat screen. Either way, it's just going to take a little while. And, you know, I read in the forums and they say if you just kill everybody, your combat gets easier. But I don't know how to do that. I have not figured out how to feed on people. Because if you walk up, like to this nurse over here, or this doctor.
Good evening, Dr. Timmons.
Dr. Reed.
You can mez, but I think he's a... Oh, he's a 2. I could actually do him right now. But it just... You can't do it at level 1. So and to get places, you got to fight stuff 10, 12 levels higher than you. Well, I mean, even so, how do you get it higher? I mean, that's what I'm saying, is that you can't spend EXP to get it higher, so I don't know how to get it higher. So you can't eat people and keep up with combat, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I've got some reservations on the fact that you have to get 2 places, like to get all the way to Whitechapel, I got to go through level 18 mobs. I'm level 13 now, but at the time, to get through them, I was only level 8. So I couldn't do anything. I don't understand the scope of it. I mean, you read the forums and they say, well, just wait till the end to start feeding on people. And then some of them say eat them right away, but I don't know how to do it. There was only one person at level 1 that I could eat, and I already ate him. I think there was a couple more I opened up once I got to Whitechapel. But now I'm level 2. I can actually get a few other people, but they're naturally very low level. Either way. Right now I'm just trying to go through some of the story. But there's no penalty for dying, other than the fact that if you work your way through an area and then you get killed, everything respawns behind you. Well, I mean, I don't know the game, I guess. I've only been playing it now for 3 days. But I'm just saying there's no way to get your combat up except to eat people. But you can't eat people until you get your mez up. And the only way I can see to get your mez up is to go through the main quest and deal with the pillars of the community. But to do that, you have to get through some serious mobs. I mean, just to get across the bridge takes me... I have to die 4 or 5 times. It won't be so bad now since I am level 13. I was able to spend some EXP, because when you finish quests, you do get EXP. But the main way to get EXP is to eat people. So it's a fine line. If you start killing people, then you lose all the story. That you can't talk to these people, and then you'll notice that whenever you'll notice. I have to see if I can find somebody here. I've opened up as much dialogue as I could. But every once in a while... See if this guy here's got an X across one of them? That's because I killed somebody that I wasn't supposed to. Probably this guy right here. And the other people that you can get 1 point only give you 850 EXP. That won't even skill up anything. But they've also got some dialogue. I see she'll give me 2,000 if I eat her. But anyway, you lose storyline, and then the health of the zone goes down. And then all these people are recovering. I've already tried to heal all these people. Either way, I just don't understand how they tell you you have to feed on people to get EXP, but they don't give you an ability to do it unless you go through the main quest. So I guess I could just quit doing everything and push through the main quest. And I have been, people have told me they just run past mobs. And it's very difficult to do, to run past into areas, because they'll follow you for quite a long way. Like the one guy just says he just runs all the way, that was in the chat, he just said he just runs past everything. And then eventually they'll quit chasing him. He finds a place to hide, and then once they reset, then he moves on. But the problem is, all of a sudden now you got level 25 mobs and vampires, and I can't kill them. Maybe I've just built my guy wrong. I went with the AoE stuns, and maybe I should have gone another direction. But I don't know if it shows my... Yeah, I went with the Abyss, and this ultimate doesn't do much anything. But I went with self-heal and a little AoE. But it costs so much to raise it now. I don't have any to get it past level 2. You have to have, I think, 2,000 EXP, and right now I've only got 1,300. And then I'm going full body stamina and health, because the endurance just disappears. You attack 2 or 3 times, and your endurance is empty, and then you're getting killed. So either way, like I said, it's only been playing it for 3 days. Maybe a few times playing it, I'll get a little better grasp of what you need to do. But I don't know how to you can't get your mez up manually. I can't use EXP to raise it. All I know is I did a quest, and when I finished the quest, it went from mez 1 to mez 2. And it opens up a few more things, but I mean, there's still a lot I haven't opened up. I haven't even been to whatever this area is. I haven't even been there yet. And then I'm back at the very beginning. There's a whole bunch of people I haven't even met yet. But the thing is, all the doors are locked. I'm assuming you have to get to certain points into the quest before these doors will open up. I don't know. Where's my map at? Yeah, this area down here. All this area here I can't get to, and all this I can't get to. Because when you get up to these areas, there's a gate, and it's locked. So I can get to this area, and I'm just now in Whitechapel right now. But I have not been able to do any. I'm assuming the West End is that other zone I haven't been to. And then the docks. There's a ton of people in the docks I haven't seen yet. But right now I finished the quest in Whitechapel, and now I'm back talking to the vampire, that the other vampire I've talked to. But we'll just have to wait and see. The first playthrough, maybe it's not supposed to be easy, but all I know is the combat just to get here. Like, all these bridges are guarded, and then every time you try to go around a corner, there's just higher and higher level mobs. And like I said, the guy that was in the channel yesterday just said he runs past everything. You run, you take a few hits, and you just take off running, find a place to hide, and then they'll quit chasing you. But I don't know. And what they do is, when they want you to get into a place, the mobs are tough. I mean, to me, the combat is very difficult for the way, at least, I've built my guy. I mean, maybe there's a different way to do it. But the amount of EXP you have to level these skills up past level 1 is a lot. And it's some of the skills you need like level 26. So I'm assuming you can get a lot of levels, but you just have to start eating people. And now that I'm Mez 2, which I just got last night, I can go around and eat some of the level 2 people. But we'll see. Right now I got to figure out. This is the vampire lady that you meet at the very beginning of the game, and she won't answer any questions until I did a quest for her, which took me to Whitechapel, and that's where we're at.
May I ask you some questions?
Please do. I have promised to answer you.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then.
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stone?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
I know this is beyond...
Really?
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
I thought I was going to get some more answers than that.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society.
I'm waiting for
I
Bach
thought
to
the
show
war was
up.
gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Well, so he's an accident.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
That looks like that's it. Oh.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Ekon?
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an
Clan
Ekon too?
Ekon.
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is
Who's
this some kind
Marcadian?
of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
An antediluvian.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady.
She didn't answer too many questions. Alright. I guess.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that cabinet.
Let me go up to my hideout. And make a few more cures, I think. Alright, we can analyze this. Alright, that gives me ingredients for a headache. I think I need 3 of these. What is this? I need a couple more fatigues. Where's the cold? I've got one. I don't remember if I have anybody that has a migraine or not. Whoop, wrong button. Is anybody... He's got the headache. I haven't got any of those opened. And then... I do have somebody with a migraine. Yeah, the other one's a migraine. So I still need to make one for a migraine. Alright. And then we can analyze this. Can I upgrade this yet? Nope. Recycle all that.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Ah. I don't know if... I'm not going to do it right now, Agony, because it'll go to a new day, but how did you build your guy? I mean, did you go with the claws, the blood spear, or the mist as your aggressive? I mean, like I said, it costs so much points to get this up. It takes 3,000. I can't even get any of these things any higher. I might actually be able to do this one, though. No, yeah, I could do this one. This is 1,000. It gives me 50 more hit points. But I don't want to advance it another day yet. I went with regeneration with the bite. And I don't have an issue with blood capacity. So I only went it up one time. Okay. I was trying to say, talking about combat, I said, how did you build your guy? I went with this Shadow Mist AoE, but it costs so much EXP to raise it any higher. Well, that's what I'm saying. Just playing it for the first time. But there's got to be a way. I mean, I don't think there's an OP way, because you just don't get enough EXP. I went with increasing my stamina because before, 1 or 2 swings and I was always out of the stamina. And then I went with regeneration on the health. Oh, okay. I thought you had started playing it. But there's a couple other skills you can play, but since you're really limited in your EXP, I was going to try to focus on like one line instead of just getting the first level of everything. So I don't know. It just seems like since you can't raise your mez, you're just always behind the curve of the you're always behind the mobs you're going to fight. Or at least that's what I'm getting on my first playthrough, is all the mobs are always stronger than me, and it takes 3 or 4 tries to try to get through them. You just die.
Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
And then you can eat rats like Nosferatu to get blood.
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stole, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
That's true. You do always announce yourself as Doctor.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but
Oh,
your
that would
blood
be
now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds
That
and
would be
your
awesome.
blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Attend Mary's funeral. Alright, I'm pretty sure I don't have any side quests left available, right? These are all done. I gotta find Stella Fishburne to do this quest. And I haven't found that guy to open this quest up. And I don't have anybody here, so all I can do, I can go heal the headache guys. Now that I have a cure for a headache. I need to find some good handle
I never
parts.
thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
And I need to find some good handle parts to upgrade my weapons. Alright, where do I need to go? Oswald Thatcher. Oh, I know where he's at. He's down here. At least he was. I don't know if he still is. This has always been locked. What the hell is this? Or no, maybe I have been in here. I just came from a different direction. Yeah, I've been here. I just don't think I came in this direction. I came in from another direction. This is where I came out. Oswald right there. Yeah.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
You know, that's a hard thing to say, Agony, because unlike
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
other games,
Trying to
I was
take care of
lost. I just ran around lost, trying to find, like, if I wanted to find this guy, I couldn't remember where he was at, and I would spend an hour looking for him. So I don't have an actual answer. Once you kind of know where things are and you know the maps, the amount of hours you're going to spend is going to be a fraction. What I can do is I can tell you how many hours I've already played, and I'm not even halfway through. I've played 16 hours since it came out Tuesday. And I would say 6 of that is running around lost. So and I'm not even, I don't even think I'm a fraction of the way through. I mean, I can't even, I'm probably not even 25% of the way through. And all I've done is run around and meet people. I haven't figured out a lot of stuff yet. And just for instance, I'm assuming all these extra spots is, you know, there's achievements for finding all the one-handed weapons, the two-handed weapons. I mean, look how many squares there are. Now, I can't believe if there was only 5 offhand weapons, that you would have 16 squares. And why are the one hand, there's 20 squares. So I think there's a lot more than, wait a minute. Oh, it's this button. And then like the collectibles, I mean, I've gone through at least 2 full areas, half of one, and this is all the collectibles I've found. And you can look at all the empty squares. I'm assuming every one is going to be full. So there's got to be just an insane amount of this game I have not seen or done yet. And simply because I just don't know what to do yet. And, you know, when I was complaining about the combat and everything, my first playthrough, I mean, obviously I'm going to learn a lot when I finish. And then when I go through the second time, it's going to be a lot easier. And I only went to one game ending, or not game ending, but, you know, they say there's 6 endings in this game. When you deal with these pillars of the community, like when I dealt with, where's she at? When I dealt with Dorothy Crane, there's a decision you have to make that changes the game completely. I mean, I don't know how to explain it unless you saw it, but I had a choice between eating her. It gave me the choice to eat her or to leave her be, and then by leaving her be, the health of this zone got much better. She became a merchant, except that lady Ashbury back at the, I don't think I have her on here. No, she's not even on here. But that vampire, she's pissed at me now. So, and if I'm sure if I would have eaten this nurse, then the Ashbury wouldn't have been pissed at me. So I think those are their changes in the game that happened because of that decision. So, and I'm trying to heal as many people as I can because everybody's sick. I got to find this guy here, Benjamin Palmer. I don't remember exactly where he was at. Oh yeah, I do. That's the guy. That's the merchant. I think he's right here. No, he's this merchant here. All right. But yeah, to sit there and say that this game is, that I'm even a fraction in, it's 16 hours. Then again, if this was my second or third or fourth playthrough, I wouldn't have spent so many hours. I remember just getting through these guys right here. This was a nightmare. Because I was level 8 and they were level 16. That's kind of what I mean by how hard it is to fight through here, especially, and they, you're reading the forums, it just says eat people, and you get EXPs, you get super powerful. But I don't know how to eat people. I don't know how to get my mesmerize up. And if it's just going through the main quest, then I guess I should have done what that one guy said and just ran all the way to Nurse Crane and dealt with her immediately. And I can't remember where I was going. Oh, yeah, I do. And when you die, if you fight your way all the way like up to here and then you die, everybody behind you respawns. So now you're stuck between all those guys. And you also, when you respawn, you have no blood. So you're at full health, but you have no blood. Now I haven't died since I've gotten through all this. I think that guy's right up here, right? I could be thinking of the wrong one.
Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
There he is.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't
Sorry.
seem well, Benjamin.
I now remember
Do you
these
need any
guys.
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
All right, Agony, take it easy, brother.
help? I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
All right, now that should be...
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
That should be everybody. I shouldn't have anybody that's not recovering. All right.
Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
I heard you, woman. I don't know where I'm going. Holy crap.
Perhaps I should look into it.
Mr. Bates.
Evening, Doctor.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane in her dispensary?
Not really.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of science.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Yeah, thanks to Nurse Crane's dedication. These foreigners keep coming to Whitechapel, and my lodgings welcome all.
So business is booming.
More than ever. Hope Nurse Crane's dispensary does nothing but flourish. More money in my pocket in the end.
I'm pretty sure that I've dealt with this guy all the way, yeah. I think I'm going to eat him.
Was I that evil to deserve such punishment? My only regret is that no one will mourn me, for I have never been loved.
Now, the next time I sleep, the zone will have an impact. Yeah, I don't know the best way. I guess I'm just going to go back. I don't know if I'm going to go through all that or not. I think there'd be too much fighting. Where are these guys at? I don't need to go up here, I don't think. No. I didn't get to the turn yet. Here it is. Alright, what's over here? This is where those guys were that were spying on the hospital. Whoop. Okay. Before I go up here, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And I will be right back. don't have to fight all those guys. Ah, shit, I guess I can't get around these guys, though.
Watch out, boys!
Is he by himself? He's by himself. Oh, no, he's not. He's got 3 guys with him.
Die, leech!
Can't believe I'm always digging around trash cans.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Okay, so there's all kinds of pathways we're going to be dealing with here. No matter which way I go, I got to go all the way to the right. I hear something, I just don't see him. So he just sounds like he's in here.
I have this thirst for blood.
He's got to be in here. I hear him screaming. There he is. Actually, I don't want to be over here. Oh, this is a hideout. Alright. Still can't upgrade this, right? I don't know where I'm going to get those handles. hideout is. These guys are going to be everywhere over here. Damn it. I actually didn't mean that. Let's clear these guys out. I don't know why I'm doing this. These guys just respawn whenever I... Figured out how to get them on other people, though. Damn it. The guy just stands there too much. He just always fucking stands there. Hey, Papik, it's not cheap. It's one of the $50 games. But the combat is just... I don't know how to make these guys stronger. He's always just so weak. And now everything that I killed is now respawned all the way where I was just at. But I'm pretty sure this is a $50 game. I mean, I can look up exactly if you want me to check.
This is despicable.
I gotta eat rats to get any blood.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
That guy's alive up here again. Guy is alive again. Where am I at here? I need to get all the way up there. Now, somebody just subbed. I didn't see who it was, but I appreciate it. Where is it? Decipher the Chaos. Thank you for that sub. I appreciate it. Now, I don't need to go back that way. I need to go back down. Except I just killed all these guys, now I gotta do it again. Every time you die, all these guys respawn. guys are a pain in the ass. Wait a minute. I think I went this way. Yeah. This is where I died, though. Oh, there's something I can read. Oh, no, that must have been a collectible. Oh, yeah, it was. Vampires are real. If you ever face a vampire, never forget that they fear holy symbols as long as you have the faith. A cross, Star of David, olive branch even can prove useful to repel these creatures from the pit. Alright, I personally pay £10,000 to the man that can provide some real, whatever that word is. £10,000. That's a lot of pounds. Clay Cox. That's one of the guys I ate. I guess if I just keep killing people, they'll all be in here. I guess you come this way, there's definitely not as many skulls. You go the other way, they're everywhere.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Okay. There we go.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
Wasn't expecting her here.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace.
Vampire, go to a
my
church.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Well, guess I'm gonna have to fight my way through all these guys. Or I don't know, maybe there won't be any up this way. I still haven't learned how to get this guy's combat up. You just can't ever seem to. Another hideout. And there's a. I didn't expect there to be just hideouts everywhere. I don't need to evolve yet. What I do need to do. I mean, if I'm going to sleep in a hideout, it's going to be in my nice one at the hospital. Once they perpetually stun you, you just can't do anything. And then once you lose all your stamina, it's over. My ultimate doesn't even kill anybody. And I don't know why it's called an ultimate.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin. Forget your old, weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Holy shit.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Looks like I'm gonna have to do some more fighting.
This is no place for a gentleman. Demon.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Oh, that actually hurt. I guess these are the guys you're going to be dealing with now. And that's what I'm saying. You just can't get your combat skills up enough to... Because I don't know how to get my mesmerize up. Actually, I know where I'm at. This is the flower pot with Camille.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Well, that has something to do with the way the game's going to end. That big old loading circle.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
Can't remember who she... Oh, that was the hooker. That was the hooker. But these guys were good.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours.
Let me just do a quick check here. I think everybody was recovering, right? I wonder who that is. Everybody's good. I gotta find you, Stella. I don't know where you are at. Alright, now I get myself lost. Oh, definitely going the wrong way.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Where the hell did he come from?
It's one of Hey, on here! Fancy clothes! This one's a top! Stay back, please!
Man, those damn priests are a little bit on the rough side. I can said, I don't even know what the ultimate is called. An ultimate. It doesn't kill anybody. All this stuff respawn when you die. Guys just keep chasing you, man. It's just, I don't know how they mean it. They just run away.
Over there! One of them vermin!
Have no fear, brothers! Away with you!
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you. Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Does that guy got horns?
Truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Is he like a blood person?
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Maybe Edgar. I don't think I need any other. I'll wait. That won't let me heal myself.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the guard.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stone, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
I wonder who that was that you're going to be dealing with later, I'm sure.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Well, first thing we need to do
Sean
is...
Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to run into some more people. Let me get... I've got 3 fatigues, 2 cold, or 2 anemia. Let me make 1 more cold. I'll get something for the migraine. If I need one, the other ones will deal with it. Alright. Dun dun dun. Now, do we just want to have... Okay, I didn't want that. We definitely want this. 3,000, that's all my goddamn points. $400 blood is supposed to cost? See, that only gets me to from 2 meters out. How much does this one cost? 600. Let's get this. Problem is, it's so hard to stun these guys anymore. This is 1,000. This is 1,000. Next one's 1,500. Wow. Could still get one more of those. I don't need that. And then this thing here, 2,000. Maybe I should have gotten that. See, that thing says 2 meters. Explosion is increased range and damage. But it still says area 2 meters. My actions have impacted the economy. Okay. That's the dude I'm looking for. Oh, it's almost impossible. You can't heal everybody now. Because now all these people are sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fatigues. Holy shit. And I don't have too much quarantine. I guess I'm going to try to have to heal everybody. I heard him talk. They're definitely all downstairs. I mean, that's going to be an ever-ending battle. I mean, I guess you only have to have them healthy when you want to eat them, right?
Time has lost its effect on me. But the suffering
Good evening,
continues.
Mr. Elwood. Evening, Dr. Reed.
Anything else open?
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
I don't know if there's anything left.
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft?
To wait.
Aren't you
She's quite...
How close aren't you? You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Alright, I guess I didn't miss that. He still needs a hint.
Can you tell me anything about...
Before the shouts and the noises, I think...
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
I don't think that was
Goodbye
anything new.
for now, Mr. Elwood.
Ah, damn it.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Alright.
Damn.
I don't think she's healthy. She's healthy. This is where that guy sat at, so I guess...
What on earth happened here?
This was Harriet's room.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
I can't get in that room anymore. I don't know why. Oh, maybe I can now. Come on.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
I've read your son's medical report, Beatrice. It's not the flu or anything life-threatening. What has you so worried?
He was at death's door when he was brought here. I just want him to be better as soon as possible.
He's not out of the woods yet, you know. He might need to stay here longer than expected.
Take care of him then, Dr. Reed. People here only seem to focus on contagious patients. I worry my poor Mortimer will be neglected.
She still had 2 tents, right? Oh, she got 4 here.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a disgrace. How on earth can patients be attacked in their own rooms?
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Ah, damn it.
Good evening, Doctor.
I always come back 1 too
How's my
far. I
son
want to
doing?
be able to heal her.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Now,
goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
he's healthy.
Don't waste your time.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Your medical report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Does it make me happy? Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
How painful?
It's so painful I've robbed.
Alright. I wonder why that... Maybe that wasn't lit up. Well, there's all kinds of hints required there.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
I have to go now, sir. But don't...
Alright.
Doctor.
Okay, he's got fatigue. Let's heal him.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
Why is that still lit up? Unless there's...
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Well...
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I am capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Wow, straight up.
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
Alright, that's not unlocked yet.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I didn't think I needed to heal him. Who else is left? Rakash, he's in the back. Oh yeah, Harvey. Harvey!
I'm so tired. This shift never ends.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Please, tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom.
with some loud noises like people fighting. All of a sudden, it went quiet. And then a nurse started screaming.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure, but I think it was Nurse Hawkins.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Alright, now let's go talk to Rakesh. Where was he at there? Over here.
Good evening, Doctor.
Nothing's opened up. Nothing's opened up.
Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital?
Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened.
What are you talking about?
Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing. Someone stole it.
What?
Miss Jones's body has gone missing?
Yes. The body was brought here this morning, and now it's gone.
Who could have stolen a corpse?
That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital?
Oh, goodness me.
What are you...
Poor...
Alright. I don't need that, I just did that.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
So I can't open that door. Alright. Who else is left? I got him, I got him, I got her, I got him, I got him. Alright, Nurse Brannigan and Hooks. We'll be out in the front. I do want to speak to Hawkins, though. Where's she at? It's Thelma. There she is. Big seal on his cabinet. A long letter. Let's take a look at what that is first.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
But you're doing something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Does she have anything left to talk about? Where are you at? That was all the hints for her. Okay, that's the wrong door. Let's go ahead and steal out of here.
It's locked, all right.
Locked. Where did he go? I thought I just saw him. There he is.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doc.
All right.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
Guess he didn't like Mrs. Hawkins.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
I don't know. Why is it still lit up? What am I missing?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable...
Where am I going to get a damn common part? Alright, there's Brennan again. She's over here. Yep, there she is.
Surely I can endure another night.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, Nurse?
I will be fine. As soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
I guess you can't ask her about...
Call me if you need assistance.
I guess you can't ask her about the incident.
Good evening, Dr. Timmons.
Doctor...
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
Nurse Brannigan has been recently accused of neglecting her professional duties. Tell me what you really think about it.
This kind of protest is nothing but elitist bullshit. I trust Nurse Brannigan with my life. She has what it takes to be a great doctor.
Do you really think she could be the next Elizabeth Blackwell?
Believe me, Dr. Reed, a time will come when skill and skill alone will determine who can be a physician and who cannot.
All right. Need more hints for the rest of it.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbetts.
All right. Everybody, I should have everybody. I don't know why I keep healing if they're just going to keep getting sick. He's recovering. Everybody's recovering now. Nobody's sick here. Now all these guys are sick. All right. Got to get to the docks now. I thought I said I had to go to the West End. Or maybe I had to go to the Western Docks. Yeah, I guess we'll just follow this all the way down. If it lets me go all the way down. What's over there? Have I been over here? I guess I have. Damn it. Oh, I can go over there. Okay. Most likely I'm going to run into hunters over here. What's in here? I don't think nothing. Alright, where am I at? Close enough. Who's this? Excuse me.
You again. What do you want?
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Tom Watts?
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Tom Watts has got to be the center of everything.
Everyone's throwing the blame.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was.
But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Anything unlocked here? Nope.
Can I see what you have to say?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
You don't have any damn handle pieces either. Well, get out of my way, girl. Somebody unknown here.
Mark my words. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
All right. Real quick, like, we are going to take a quick break, refill my drink, and I'll be right back. Alright. Let's continue on, see what we can get out of this dude. Mr. Ichabod Throgmorton.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Jack Gilliam? That's not somebody I ate, was it?
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
They are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
I can't believe that's a side quest. Okay. Alright.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Really? Well, wrong button. Alright, I think I got everything that I can do now.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Really?
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
He wasn't sick, was he? No, he was healthy. I mean, quit running around. What we got in here? Delaney. Let's go talk to Sabrina.
You still working at this hour?
Nothing there. Still need a hint.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Alright. Anything unlocked? Nope. Nope.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Yeah, Pepik, I think I signed up for it. I'm gonna... Or is that the one that started at 5? Either way, when I signed up, I figured about 15 more minutes I'll be leaving this game and jumping on Fishing Planet. And then I'm gonna do a couple comps tonight. There'll be a short stream. I gotta be done about 9:30. Yeah, the common carp and then the muskie topping, I think, is the other one. And then after the muskie comp, I'm gonna have to. That'll be it for tonight. I gotta get up so damn early and get the grandkids on Saturday mornings.
The important thing is
I'm figuring about 15 more minutes and I'll be jumping on Fishing Planet.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Actually, once I find my... I might find my damn... I need to find Stella Fishburne. What did he want me to do? Posters from the pile.
So few clients.
Where was the pile at?
With the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
It says 130 meters. Oh, it's way over here. Let's just go to our excuse me, hideout, and then I figured I was going the wrong way, and then we'll call it a game here. Now, why didn't it let me jump up there? Alright. How many cures I have left? 3. Let me make one more. And then we will call this time to quit. I am going to grab a quick sandwich and then I'll be back on for Fishing Planet. So give me about 10 minutes. Be right back.